We are Metal Nation Radio, playing the best classic metal, thrash metal, death metal, and so much more. Tune in to metalnationradio.com because united we rock.
This is Newbury
and Troy.
Amanda!
And Tim Roth are meant to return, and you're listening to Metal Nation Radio with Cece.
So this is CC Getty. We're here with Tim and Brian and Metal Phil from Metalheads United. We're here for Metal Nation Radio at Loud as Hell Festival, and this is our first interview of the day. So guys, welcome to Drum Fucking Heller.
Yeah, we've never played here, actually, ever. 24 countries, but never Drum Heller.
What's taking you so long?
Yeah, they should have asked us earlier, I think. We would have been here.
Mm-hmm. So this tour so far, I know you've been on Gigantour, is that right?
Yes.
And you turn all over. What's been going on lately for Into Eternity?
Well, we just finished a brand new album with a brand new drummer and brand new singer. And we just finished a U.S. tour, I guess, and we're going to be booked into the future now. So the next thing will be to release our new album. Yeah, so no title yet.
So I've heard the track Fukushima.
Yeah.
I've heard it online on YouTube. Any plans for releasing it for release, or what's happening with that song?
Yep, and Brian drummed on that song as well.
Excellent.
So those are the fast drum beats.
It'll be one of the songs on the record.
Yeah. But now Amanda's going to be singing on the whole album.
Okay.
So that's the thing.
Well, that was actually one of our questions. So with the addition to Amanda, is she a permanent addition to the band, or?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah. First we want to meet her and then rehearse with her. Stu's there for like the rehearsals. And then we want to like book some time like in the RV and tour with her to see how she's going to do on the road.
Yeah.
And I don't know, we've done at least like 50 shows maybe with her. And then we record the album. And then now we just did another US tour, and we haven't announced it yet, but she definitely is going to be our new singer.
By now we know, it's working for everyone.
This could be some breaking news right now.
It could actually have the news flash right here.
That's actually pretty exciting. Yeah, we're just not, we don't use it in the traditional sense, like in an opera sense. She sings more like a lot throaty, a lot of rasp on her throat.
She's got a very mature voice for her age.
Mm-hmm.
For her age and for being a girl, and it really works well with Tim's voice. So it would, very funnily enough, it just happened to work out. I don't think many other girls could have done it.
Yes.
Or many other singers in general.
Yeah.
It just happened to work out.
I think a female and male voice always sounds good together, no matter what.
Yeah.
But it's the tone of her voice that I really like. That maybe people won't hear live. They're gonna have to wait till they hear on the album, and it's good. It sounds so good recorded, for sure.
How is the fan reaction, your old school fans and your new fans that are coming to the band for the first time now?
So far, it's been nothing but positive. I mean, we're really happy with it. We want the fans to really embrace her, and
not literally.
But so far, it's been nothing but good reviews, and she likes.
And even if the fans don't like her as much, it's still a hot girl. They're not going to say anything. So.
Yeah,
well, no problem. It's a win-win.
Yeah,
and we all know the middle honest majority men. So if you get a nice, pretty face up there, that really helps things out as well. And how is she working out with your old material? How are you blending her in?
I think she works the best on like our older stuff, like Dead or Dreaming from 2001. She kind of sounds like our old guitar player, Danny Nargang. That kind of voice, timbre, where she is. She's got a strong chest voice. A very strong chest. I think so.
It helps that she was a fan before. She knows she knew a lot of the old material before she even got the opportunity, and so she just, it was natural, very natural.
Yeah, her drummer, like in the band she's in now, showed her Into Eternity, like when she was in high school. So on the Buried in Oblivion album, she started listening to us maybe in like 2003, 2004, maybe, I guess.
So it was a really natural transition for her because she was able to learn a lot of material in a short space of time.
Yeah. She'd always been singing those melodies for years and years in her bedroom. She didn't know. Yeah. She'd just be doing it on stage.
Yeah, there we are.
It almost sounds like the Rockstar movie. She's the fan of the band who's now in the band.
Yeah.
Yeah, in a way, she does talk about it very highly. She always is she's to this day still goes, I can't believe I'm playing with you guys. And we're like, well, we're all buds now. It's all good, But yeah, it was a dream for her to be in a band like this.
But that's he got the gig. That's end of story. And Amanda's, she's happy to be in the band. She's worked out great.
So with the new album, is there a working title yet? Is there a release date in the future?
We have a title, but we haven't just released the title yet.
Okay, so we got a little bit of breaking news. We don't have that much breaking news yet.
We're just waiting on like a symphony part on this one song. It's the one song's called "The Scattering of Ashes." So, but we're waiting on the symphony parts. But the album can be released like very soon, very soon.
Now, when you say a symphony part, are we talking synthesizers, or are we talking?
It's going to be
strings and
it's going to be strings, like not a real symphony doing it. Although this guy has composed like real things that like our Regina, our hometown symphony, has actually played. But this guy actually doesn't like play an instrument, but he pencils it in, like with the real samples of the real sample, like person playing it anyway, but
it'll
somehow
be an original composition. It'll be amazing.
It's kind of like Disney quality, though. This guy seems so good. So that should be hopefully done soon.
I mean, that'll add a lot of depth to your music. Your music is pretty big.
We want to have
sounding as it is, but when you add that orchestral part to it,
I think it'd be great. Yeah, we want to have that. We could have already put it out any time, really, but we want it to be like just perfect. So
We're trying to get all the ducks in the line and make everything just
And the
perfect.
video too, like we haven't shot the video. We originally were going to shoot the video this weekend.
Okay.
And we had one more show, this Vulcan Festival, and then we're going to shoot the video. But now we won't be shooting the video maybe until like the end of September.
Okay.
So that's also going to be pushing things back. So I want the video out first before we have the album out too. So
And the videos for...
Sandstorm.
So what is up next after tonight and tomorrow for Into Eternity? What are you guys up to then?
Well, we're going to be playing some shows for sure in October. We had a few tours lined up. Actually, we had a whole European tour for all of October. We had full plans already, and actually everything just fell through. So now we're working on other things. But yeah, for sure we're still going to be playing in October and in these months, yeah.
And so you don't want to tell me when the album's coming out, but is it before Christmas? Is it be after Christmas?
Yeah, before
or?
Christmas, yeah. Oh, God, yeah.
Okay.
And we don't have to follow the timeline. I know they say you can't have an album out after October, blah, blah, but maybe we will. Like, for instance, Yngwie, he released his album December 5th. So, and he just did what he wants. So I like that idea of actually having maybe a winter album. And we have a song for it, This Frozen Hell. So,
well, I mean, with the way the music industry is going these days, do you
why
really,
not do it?
Well, yeah, I mean,
why not do it? Yeah, I'm all for just trying something different. So,
I think it's really interesting with the music industry when you're looking at how with Kickstarter and stuff like that, it's the fans have become basically the record companies. They're in charge. Exactly.
They're the bosses,
and it's empowering the fans to give.
There's a lot of rich fans out there too that are making maybe working on the oil rigs or something. And they have money, awesome money. Why couldn't they chip in a couple
support your
$100?
favorite band?
Oh, you totally could.
Like we had a guy that came up on this last tour in the States, and he showed up and he gave us $100.
Oh yeah,
just didn't want anything. He said, if you guys need for beer, for gas, or anything. I said, well, what do you want? Do you want some T-shirts? Can I help you out with some merch?
But he wasn't dressed in band T-shirts anyway. He didn't care.
He just supports the band and he wants to use it to help in some way. And
forgot about that.
It's actually incredible. Like there's a lot of fans that are coming out that are like 18, 19, and they were saying, I was 12 or 13 last time or when I first heard you guys, when I've been listening to you guys, and I never got a chance to see it. And now they're the drummer for the opening band. You know what I mean? And there's this kind of, it's interesting to see 18, 19-year-olds singing along to songs that were written in 2001.
They're little kids.
Well, you guys have kind of worked your way through the first generation of fans, and you're kind of getting into the second generation,
now
right?
we're just tiptoeing into it now. Yeah. As soon as they see us with Amanda.
Well, I mean, that's the next big step for you guys too. I mean, it almost feels like this is almost a relaunch for the band in a way. I mean,
it is totally. We're going to be the next thing we're doing for sure. Like, say the beginning of next year, we're going to be on a direct support tour right away for sure. We already have that booked. So into next year, that's our goal, is to open up for other bands again, and we don't want to headline.
No, you'd rather go on a support
even though
tour?
we're headlining tonight, this isn't our ideal situation at all. Yeah, we want to get back to opening.
It's kind of like we want to get fans familiar with the new material and the new lineup as we are, as well as keep the old fans happy. So it is.
And then we'll gladly go out and do a 90-minute set or whatever, because we totally could do that.
We have the material. I mean,
I think that's one of the things that when I first joined Into Eternity, and now especially that I've been in the band for quite a few years, one of the things I really like is the fact of the diversity within the music. So when we get a chance to play these 90-minute sets, it can go in peaks and valleys. You can take it. It can be. It's not just straight, brutal blast beats the whole way through. There's a lot of dynamics, and dynamics, I think, is what makes an interesting show. And that's
we want to work on that in the future. Bring out acoustics and have real acoustic things. So we're just starting to do a bit of that now, but.
Yeah, you're a real blend of different genres. You've got a real progressive element and then a real heavy element.
But people didn't like that, though. I love how you say that. Oh, you have a real blend. But when we first started, they're like, why do you have a weird blend? They asked that exact question, but they said it as a negative, though. They said, why can't you just pick death metal or prog metal? They didn't see the nice blend. I'm like, oh no, I like the nice blend. They're like, no, what's with the blend? You have to do one or the other.
I love that. I love Opeth. I love the contrast between the heaviness and the beautiful acoustic.
Yeah, Opeth's a great example. I guess they opened the doors that for other bands to be able to do that.
When the very first band I ever joined, I was 15 years old, and we shared a jam spot with one of Tim's old bands, Entity, I believe it was. And even back then, you would have been 17, I think. Even back then, you were pushing on music that was this kind of style, this hybrid between clean and death. And so, like, it's been something that Tim's been doing as long as I've known him.
But then when Opeth also got big, like in around 2000, I started doing European interviews, and they said, so Opeth is a big influence, you love Opeth? And now I do love Opeth, but at the time I didn't know of them, because I was like living in Regina, like barely, just like with the internet. But then it turns out years later, then we toured with them in 2005, and then on the Gigant tour, like 2006, 2 years in a row, and they're like awesome, like amazing guys, love the band. But at the very beginning, like in 2000, I had no idea other bands were doing that same kind of thing. Like in Killswitch Engage was another band doing it. We were supposed to tour with them like back in 2002, but the tour fell through, and we're supposed to play with In Flames in 2001 because they were a band too that were doing like the singing was, I guess, a stretch, but how I always wanted like Dickinson type singing with death metal singing though. I didn't want like that new metal kind of singing though. Oh, that just drives me nuts. So I want real chest, real Dee Snider, Twisted Sister, Sebastian Bach.
I mean, I see no reason why any band should be pigeonholed into one. You know, if you want. I mean, I am the worst example of trying to get someone to. Cam, CC, what metal are these going? I don't know, heavy metal. I mean, to me, it's either metal or it's hard rock. And whether you take an influence from Opeth or you take an influence from Bruce Dickinson, Iron Maiden, you know, it just shows what music you're into, and that kind of portrays back to the fans. And kind of getting back to the Indiegogo and the Kickstarter, you know, you are kind of putting the power of what the band is going to do into the fans that way. Are you guys right now currently using a Kickstarter or Indiegogo? No. Is that something you guys plan on doing?
No, we're in a situation that we haven't done it yet, and this whole new album is paid for and everything. Okay. But in the future, we may look into it.
It's an option for sure. I mean, but we always make sure that any gig we play, we really like to connect with the fans and hang out after and party, whatever. And it's really important to us that the fans know how much we care, that they're there and buying our stuff and hanging out with us. We just want to make friends. You know, a global friendship. You know, because at the end of the day, they're the ones who are keeping us fed and keeping the promoters being able to make money at the gigs and keep this train rolling, you know. Well,
it's kind of nice to have a connection like that too. So many bands are, we're here and the fans are there, and
we'll never be like that. No, we always want to be connected with, because we're fans of music. We buy shirts and albums, and you know, we go see bands, you know.
We love it.
That's the way we want to keep it.
So are there some bands here, you guys are just here for tonight, but were there some bands, you know, you mentioned Divinity, or some other bands who you guys are into?
Well, we wanted to see 3 Inches of Blood, but they're not here till tomorrow.
Till tomorrow,
And Exit Strategy, they won't be here till tomorrow, so I'll have to even see the lineup, honestly, tonight.
Have you played with any of these bands before, or is this kind of your first time?
Never been here. Our very first time here.
But 3 Inches, like, I mean, we've been kind of skirting each other for half a decade, and we have never, probably even almost a decade. We have never played a show that I can think of.
It's bizarre. You're both from Western Canada.
I think that 3 Inches into Tourney, like Devin Townsend, would be the best. Would be the best tour ever.
That would be awesome.
You know what I mean?
Let's start working on that now. Let's get on the phone and
I want to do an all Canadian tour though. I was talking to Jay. I was just in Toronto and I saw Black Sabbath, but I stayed with Jay from Cauldron. But Jay wants to do a full all Canadian tour with all Canadian bands.
We could get them, Cauldron,
Striker, all those Canadian bands.
Some good up and coming bands there. It'd be a good chance to get out, and you know, you play these small places and you have a couple hundred people come out, but it'd be great. That's how you kind of get through, right?
Let's get Jeff Waters, if he could go across Canada. Let us. Absolutely. We want to be direct support for that too. If that could ever happen.
We should call up Rush. I think we should just.
Might be a stretch.
Getty.
They have the progressive connection there, so it's
no doubt about that. No doubt about that. Well, anything else you guys want to include today while we're here? Or?
Well, the fans can just check out our Bandcamp for Fukushima and Sandstorm. And here's Amanda right now. Perfect time. Good timing.
Just as we're trying to wrap things up.
Sorry, I'm an asshole.
So Amanda, what's it like going from being a fan of the band, being actually in the band and just not in the band, but a major part of it as well now?
I honestly feel like I died and I'm dreaming.
She pinches.
Are you
And
sad? Are you dead or are you dreaming?
And I feel like a loser because I'm madly in love with these guys. Like the second we are off tour, I miss them like every single day. We text each other every day. I miss you. And then I can't wait. Last night I was waiting for them. I was just like, where are they? We have too much fun, and it's a dream come true.
You're a dream come true.
It's absolutely like a life-changing experience every day, and even like me and my sister, because that's where it started, is my other drummer for my other band, The Order of Chaos, he put an Into Eternity CD in my hand, and me and my sister would like listen to this band every freaking night. And now when she watches me like sign Buried in Oblivion CDs or stuff like that, it's just a trip, man.
Yeah, that would be cool though.
Oh, it's really overwhelming.
Yeah, her sister's awesome.
I'm ecstatic every day, and I feel bad because everybody probably just thinks I'm like full of myself, like, oh my god, but I'm seriously ecstatic every day. And what fans don't understand is they may be down there like, oh my god, but I'm up there like, oh my god. I watch the band just as I'm like, what did I do?
I love you. That's all
I'm sorry, no, but I mean that I'm also a fan on stage, except I'm like, oh shit, my part's coming up.
How did it happen? How did you go from...
Seriously, I made one phone call to audition because I phoned Brian because we've been long-time friends for like 10 years. Lifelong friends. And he said the same thing everybody else asked me. You think you could do it? I'm like, I'll give my 110 fucking %, man. Like, it wasn't even when someone was like, oh, they're trying out a new singer, there wasn't even a question or answers or thought. I picked up the phone instantly, and the second I made that phone call, it was like everything just exploded, and like, here I am.
Because Brian was in, so he didn't have to worry. He's like, I'm already in, so really it's not my concern.
Yeah,
but now,
in actuality, I burned all the CDs for her. I wrote out lyrics for her. I showed up to her house like a couple times a week. I was like,
we would
time to study.
We'd drive to the studio and we would try and do the audition tape, but we'd do it like 30 times over, right? Because
we practiced a lot.
My other band, we're not falsetto. And so I don't know how to sing falsetto. And I locked my fucking self in my room, fucking myself.
fucking myself.
I locked myself.
And that's when I realized
I could get that note.
I locked myself in my bedroom for like 10 months. And I didn't come out until I could hit those highs. And I swear, I'd hit a high and I'd be like, yes! And then he'd go higher. And it's just like, fuck, Stu. Like, but he would come to jams and like, he's changed. Like, these guys have made my vocals like stronger and more powerful than they ever could, and I never thought that voice could come out of me, and I'm so thankful and honored.
Voices get better as you age, I think.
And we get along way too well. We're like a happy little sexy family.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Well, we're looking forward to hearing it tonight. We're looking forward to hearing it tonight, and certainly hearing what you guys have in the future. And certainly appreciate you taking half hour of your guys' day today. I know it's been pretty busy, a lot going on around here and all that, but looking forward to seeing you tonight. And again, thanks very much.
Yep.
The candles were lit for the dead. Fukushima.
Hey, this is CC Getty. I just want to take a minute and thank you for listening to my latest podcast featuring highlights from my Metalheads United show that you can hear Saturdays on metalnationradio.com at 5 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Mountain, 2 p.m. Pacific, or 10 p.m. in the UK. The show, as you know, has all kinds of interviews from the biggest international superstars and legends to the hottest up-and-coming bands, and also for some of the most metal people on the planet. So be sure to tune in for other features like the Not Your Scene Vacuum Metal Battle Canada Spotlight, the Big Four Foreplay, Mandatory Maiden, the Three-Way Triple Play, and all kinds of hard and heavy music that'll melt your face and kick your ass. And don't forget, you can also tune into my broadcast on metalnationradio.com Mondays and Friday nights at midnight Eastern, 9 p.m. Pacific. Thanks again for listening. If you like what you hear, spread the word. I'm out of here. Now you, get out and support your local music scene, and remember, united we rock.